Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in this morning. Let's double check the audio and make sure that you can hear us loud and clear. So we'll be using the question panel on the right side of your screen, and you can use this panel to send us all of your questions throughout the webinar. So please let us know if the audio is okay using this question panel. Thank you, Mr. Simon. Okay, so now let's just wait. We're gonna wait a couple of minutes for everyone to join in, and then we'll be ready to start.
Uh, Victor, can I talk?
Hello, Manuel. Yes, of course, you can start.
Okay. While we wait for 2 or 3 minutes more to start the official presentation about this new product, want to recommend it to everybody. If already have a Rosslare panel, you can download the new AXTRAXPRO and test in your laboratories. If your project is less than 6 readers, you can test. Why? Because you can have very nice and new features in this product. The idea today is show these new features. So if you can download and test, please do it. And very soon you can get the prices from Epcon about the new product. So that's I want to say. Also, if I saw 13 people connected, if I don't know. Victor, we are separate from the clients with presentators.
At the moment now, we are all in the same room, and now everyone can hear us.
Okay.
So I guess for 9:05, I think now will be a good time to start. So hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar, AXTRAXPRO, the new software from Rosslare. This is a quick reminder that this webinar will be recorded and sent to your email right after the webinar. I would like to welcome Manuel Sanchez from Rosslare, who will be our presenters for today's webinar, as well as Mariano Bianchi. So please send us all of your questions using the question panel on the right side of your screen, and we'll be using this panel throughout the webinar to answer all of your questions. So for those of you just joining in, welcome, and Manuel, now we're ready to start.
Thank you, Victor. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming and attending this presentation. Today, we want to introduce the new AXTRAXPRO product. It's a new software you can get from Rosslare. This is a new software version, which one have a new features we can see during this presentation. For people new with us, we are with Mariano Bianchi. Mariano Bianchi is our support engineer for Caribbean and Latin America. He is based in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And Mariano, please say hi before start
Hello.
with the presentation.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Manuel, for your presentation. Thank you, Victor, for your invitation. Thank you all of you for attending this morning, afternoon. I don't know why. Where are you? I will try to show you at the end of the presentation of Manuel how this AXTRAXPRO works in terms of a technical point of view. So welcome again, and please enjoy the webinar. Thanks, Manuel.
Okay, let's do it. This is my email and my cell phone. You can join us through our website, rollarsecurity.com. Connect us through our LinkedIn page. Also, we have a Telegram channel and all chat tools like Telegram, WhatsApp, or Skype. You can contact us. Okay, about Rosslare, if for the person is the first time watching this kind of presentation, Rosslare is a company from Israel with more than 40 years in the access control market. All our R&D engineers are in Israel. It's the place where we develop all new products and support the products already released. But our products are manufactured in China, actually in Shanxi. So what is the difference in the Chinese products? You know, the quality, the certification. We have almost 3 or 4 quality certificates. We have ISO certificate. All our products have has CE certificate and ROHA certificate. Also, a lot of products. This is for many islands in the Caribbean and in the United States request the UL certificates. So many of our products has this kind of certificate. So our presentation in the market is our quality. Our offices are distributed around the world, as mentioned. This office is in Israel, where the engineers for research and development and an administrative office, the headquarters are here. Hong Kong is the port where we dispatch all goods from Rosslare to EPCON, and the Shenzhen office, the facility with the factory. And in America, as mentioned previously, Mariano is located in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Our partner, Jaime Ramos, he's a representative for Andean countries like Colombia, Ecuador, Venezuela, Peru. He's based in Colombia like me. And this warehouse in Dallas, it's exclusively for the United States market. So, okay. what is the new product or the new product or new release we have for our clients in the Caribbean? In our clients in the Caribbean and in the countries in America, I don't know how to say, in Latin America, who speak in English, like Belize. So that's why we made this presentation for this kind of clients. So the new release is the AXTRAXPRO. The AXTRAXPRO is a new software. It's totally new software based developed in web-based. So what that means, it's continued working like a client server management, but you can handle or manage through through Google Chrome or Mozilla or any navigator. Do you prefer? You can handle. I don't know. You have some restriction in some navigators. I have to ask to Mariano by then when you have question. Maybe you know, some for security, some navigators have some restriction. For until now, I don't know. It works with every navigator in the market, maybe navigators like DuckDuckGo.com could have some restriction, because they don't have a tracking or something. So you have to test maybe. Which one equipment works with the new AXTRAXPRO? All equipment we know until now in Rosslare, like our AC 21, AC 22, AC 2025, AC 2015, AC 425, AC 8025, and all readers we have in the market, you can connect it to the AXTRAXPRO, and obviously the credentials, the credential works with our readers. So you can, when you have the option to handle access control system from a web browser, the web browser is the correct word I'm looking for. When you can handle your access control system from a web browser, you have the option to operate and have remote and local operators, and make them normally and daily tasks. You need to develop your access control system, like create users, make reports, everything you make with access control platforms, you can do it through the web browser. As mentioned, and the focus of this browser, this software, it's because it's a web-based product. So you can do the normal and daily activities through your web browser. And as mentioned previously, you have to asking to Mariano, or if you have some issue with your web browser in your project, about to understood you have some restriction with the web browser do you prefer to use. And the AXTRAXPRO come with 6 main modules, which one you can use and handle from the web browser. And this is management doors, management users, lockdowns, obviously networks, because you need to create the networks for add panels, create panels, administrate panels, watch the events, and making and export reports. So for your reference, when you open the web browser, you have these tabs, right? And every tab, it's a different module. I mentioned 6 modules, so this is the 6 tabs we have here. The first module is the doors, the first module, and the first tab is the doors module, and you can see the door status. Obviously, open a door, make a beast, a view, make a view of doors, make complete a list of list of complete doors you have in your project. You can make a groups with doors, and you can watch the access levels. Actually have a minor discussion with Mariano Jaime about the access levels and group levels. What is the difference? So for now, I know the access level you can watch in this tab. The second tab, that one is users. I have here. Actually, you can create a user as regularly. You add the name, the last name, information you want to put for your user, like phone number, maybe address, maybe something relevant for your project. Obviously, a picture of the person, and get the access level. When you create the user, you have to assign access level to every user. As you know, if you put the user in master, it's not a good idea because that kind of group or this kind of card let open any door in your project. So it's only for the person install the product, or maybe for the manager. I believe in a condominium or a building, a residence building. It's this kind of car or tag. It's suggested only for the administrator, no, because it's a tag or a car. You can open any door, so it's not good. It's better you create the access level or group level for according the level, the floor, or it's an office according to the department, accountant, human resources, it's better. I know, and we understand sometimes this take a little more time when you need to create all of these features, and you want to and to enroll all cars very fast, but take these few minutes additional help a lot to your final client and to you when you have some issue or need to repair or need to replace a car. So and you can do everything in this tab. Okay. The lockdown group and immunity. Here, according explanation made by Mariano last week to me, and the easy way to understand this feature, it's imagine the shooting in the school. This is very normal, happen unfortunately in the United States. We watching the news. It's common watching the news, a shooter in the school, and this kind of situation, it's emergency, and when you have this emergency, you can use this feature so you can close all the doors in the school, and in this way you can isolate the people and help to protect the person from the shooter or Bulgari, or somebody want to make some damage into the facility or the property. You can look down all the doors so you can isolate the person, that one you want to isolate, the dangerous person. and and you can also release the mechanisms. This is the opposite. You can create a group of lockdowns, and I don't know, in another critical situation like a earthquake or fire. This is the regular happen. You have fire in the building and you want to push a button and release all the doors. You can use this feature for create uh, this tags for something, for take some word to say and describe this feature. The next step is the event module. Actually, after working this screen with events, it's more friendly than when you see the events in the other platform, the other platform, because in the other platform you only watch the event in Excel line and happen very quickly. Here you can get more detailed, and you have more options to watch about the event. The denial event, granted access, you have more time to see what happened and maybe take a decision. In the other platform, the events, more if you have a lot of users in your project, the events goes very fast. Here you can see with time, not a lot of time, but you have some time to see if something wrong is happening in your facility. And obviously going to show if I have some alarm, all event access events like access granted, access denied, time, group. Okay. The next step, it's the network module. Here is where you can administrate the IP addresses. So you can add panels, administrate panels, or network of panels. So I believe it's just for one time use this tab. When you configure the system, and you need to make some maintenance. So this is the network model. Oh, okay. No, you have additional task here. Is if you need to control your access control for remote location, you have to configure in a firewall in the router, also here, what indicates the port forwarding and etc. Okay, and the last step is the report module. You can get the reports, regular reports, you know, attendance, people accessing one day. It's very regular asking to me about the integrate the reports with the payroll software. Till now, don't have information about if it's possible share the. I'm going to make example with our previous version AXTRAXPRO. When you want to connect the payroll software to AXTRAXPRO, we only sign the NDA, the non-disclosure document, and after we sign the document, we share the SDKs. Previously, the SDKs don't have price for this product. Not till now, don't have information about it. But if you want to export the report in Excel, you can do it. You can make a time and attendance report and export in Excel to integrate to other third-party payroll software. Okay, this software, actually here with the AXTRAXPRO, we improve the security and the encrypted information from the panel to the controller. Okay, what that means, when the information travel in the networks from the controllers to the server, going encrypted. This is very sensitive because, you know, maybe your server could be, I don't know, in Miami, and your offices are in Trinidad and Tobago or Curacao or somewhere. So, you know, the information going to travel to the many networks, LAN and WAN networks, so you need to information protected. The SQL Server continue the TLS protocol for encryptions. Okay, the OSDP is a new feature. Let me explain. Actually, in the market, for the access control system, you can find out OSDP connection. OSDP connection, the true is really a RS 485 protocol improved. But now we have that protocol OSDP, but we have the version 2. That means improve the security. If you asking what products you can connect through this kind of protocol, we have our Bluetooth readers like new AYK35, our long range readers, and you have in the panel AC8025 two OSDP ports. Example very fast. If you have a project for six readers, and if somebody listened to me at the beginning when I said you have panel, a Rosslare panel, and you can download and test the AXTRAXPRO, and your project is for 6 readers. So if you have the AC825, you connect 4 readers by WIGAN, and you can connect 2 readers by OSDPs. That means you can connect in total 6 readers to this panel. So the lockdown, we keep this nice feature. This is more focused for banks, right? Where we when we enable, that means if somebody open the first door, has to wait till these doors are closed for open the second doors. You can see this a lot of in bank solutions. Integration video. Here it's very important. You need to verify the version of the firmware of the SDK in the Hikvision NVRs to see if you can connect your video system to the access control system, and with the video integration in the software in the AXTRAXPRO, you can see events like regular 5 seconds previously, 5 seconds, and record till 5 seconds later, call for door, call for camera, create pop-ups. Okay, access levels, as mentioned a few moments ago, access levels and group levels. For me, access levels, it's when you have master users and regular users. In the regular users, you create the access groups, for accountant, for financial, for warehouse, for every group have every department, it's a group. And levels, for example, the manager has rights for all doors, or the security guy has level for all doors. But the human resource director only has access to main door, obviously, his office, and some additional offices in the building. So it's like I see. You can make interlock groups. As explained before, it's a feature more used in banks. So you can make a groups with this feature. The anti-passback, for the people don't identify this feature, is when you must show your credential before to leave the room. If you don't show your credential to the reader, for the system, means you are into the building. So when you try to come back, for the system say no, you are inside the building. So something is wrong. So in Mexico, it's a big fall make this, it's a fine, because that means somebody wants to invoice more hours of work, so. And you have three kinds of anti-passback: the local, the global, and chronometered or temporized. The temporized it's very nice. The better example is the New York Metro, the Metro of New York. If you use your car in the metro, when you I mean in your credential, you buy many trips, right? You have 20 trips, for example. But when you use your credential and access to the New York Metro, one time you have to wait 15 minutes for you can use again. This is the anti-passback chronometer or temporary. This is very usual in when you have turnstiles or this kind of projects. Basically, it's when you have a system, web-based system, because in our days, everything we try to do everything through web browser. It makes this more flexibility, and you have more chances to administrate in remote and in parallel and make many things over the network. So because the easy way to understand this point is because when you use a web browser, you don't have to install a client or anything. You need only the address and you go, right? When you have the other system, you have to install client, you have to connect to the network. Here no, you in the web browser you need to put the address and that's it. I already explained to you the anti-passback. And okay, this AXTRAXPRO keep the feature about the car parking management. This is very nice feature we have in our software because you can control, for example, Epcon have a building in Miami, and that building give 5 parking lots. If the 6th car, the parking lot is full, in the 6th car try to come in to the parking lot, the system don't care if the other parking spaces are empty. No, you can go into the parking. And if one car come out from the EPCON office spaces, let one car into. So you can administrate visitors, you can administrate in countries the visitor parking. It's very nice feature. Okay, we keep the email alert. You can configure for, if somebody with not enough privilege try to access to the office on Sunday. So you can configure for send a mail to the security guys to notify, hey, somebody try to open the doors in the office on Sunday. So you can create the report. Sorry, you can create the email notification to the person interested on this. The reports, you can create the immediate reports, and here the reports, as mentioned previously, you can export in Excel or PDF. But if you want to make something, some sophisticated, like integrate with payroll software, we have to talk later to know how is the SDK policies in Rosslare. Obviously, want to show our alarms, the workflow. And okay, but as mentioned at the beginning, we work with all readers we have in the market. Very popular for now, the Bluetooth and NFC readers, because our Rosslare credentials are free for now, so you can just need to download the app and you have your credential in your mobile. Obviously, you're going to work with PIN readers, normal credentials, a label or sticker for long range readers, biometric readers. So And here is the panels I mentioned for the AXTRAXPRO: 825, 425, 225, 215, and 215B. Okay, for your reference, now when you design projects with AXTRAXPRO, you must need to identify how many access point or reader you're going to install, because it's according to this number of reader is the price of the AXTRAXPRO. For now, you can find and you can download the free plan, the free license, the AXTRAXPRO, but just work for 6 readers and just 1 operator and 1 client. That's it. So for the local computer, and that's it. If you start to 12 readers and you grown up, you have up to 32,000 operators. It's we know it's not a real number, but this means you can get a lot of operators around your facilities or your project. You can start with client locator, but you can grow up according the license. And the normally for quote this AXTRAXPRO, you need to take care about these 2 issues: access points 4, 8, 16, up to 512 readers, and local operators up to 32 operators. Okay, thank you so much. I know this is the theoretical, but from now we will have Mariano, who will show to us the software running, and you can see the really option and features and very nice tools you can find out in AXTRAXPRO. So Mariano, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, Manuel, for your presentation. I hope you have enjoyed. As soon as you give me the permission to share my screen, I will do that. Victor, I don't know if you have any questions, so if you want to answer them now or maybe later, just let us know. Can you hear me, guys?
I heard you very good.
Okay, thank you. Maybe Victor or Jaime Dominguez.
Yes.
They are the organizers.
Excellent. Thanks. No, we don't have any questions.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you, Mario.
You're welcome. Can you, Jaime, please give me the permission in order to show the screen? Because
Yes, of course.
thank you.
Working on it, Mariano. Give me a second, please.
Thank you. No problem. Now, yes, perfect. Show my screen.
Yes, yes. Just show the presentation.
Okay. Well, welcome again, everyone. My name is Mariano Bianchi. I am the technical support engineer from Latin America. Thanks again, EPCOM people, for inviting us to give this presentation. What I am going to show you now, it is a brief presentation of the new AXTRAXPRO software, which Manuel has talked about a little. And at the beginning, I will start from the scratch. You know, now I am entering to the AXTRAXPRO client, Windows client. You know, the AXTRAXPRO is a software which has a server and it has a client, and also now it also has a web server, so it has a web client. So it has two servers and two clients. You know, now you are watching the Windows client, which is kind of similar to the previous Axtrax NG Windows client. I have here in my lab a panel, AC825 panel, you know. So when you add a new network, you need to choose here which panel you are going to use. In this case, as I told you before, I am going to use a AC825 IP panel, and this is a new feature. You can use this panel, you can configure this panel in a standard method or OSDP only, which means you will have up to 6 OSDP readers connected to the same bus, allowing you to control up to 6 doors in reader button mode, or 3 doors in 2 readers per door. In this case, I am going to use the standard method, which is 4 WIGAN readers and 2 OSDP readers. And when you hit find, well, the system make a broadcast and finds the IP address of this panel. Of course, you can see that in the console of Windows, the IP address of Windows is 192.168.0.232 for the Ethernet, and for the wireless 0.98 for the Wi-Fi. So meaning I am in the same network of the panel. Okay, so everything is okay. Now hit OK, OK again, and that's it. I now have the panel connected to the software. So the first thing we are going to do is to add a user. Okay, now I go to users, general, and I am going to hit the plus, the green plus sign icon here in order to insert a new user. And I will write my first name, Mariano, last name, Bianchi, and in credentials, the second screen, I will add manually the card ID of this user. The trick I made is to swipe the card through the reader, and as this card is not in the system, I can see here in the real-time event viewer the number of the card, 146, the facility code, and the card ID is 30297. Okay, I hit OK, and I will not forget to assign the access group of this user, which by default is unauthorized. And if I leave this way, this user will not be able to open any door. So I change it to master, and now he can open he can open any door. As you can see here, swiping the card from reader 1 and reader 2, access is granted. Okay, that's it. Then the first, I will like to show you three things. Basically, I will like to show you the web client first. Then I will show you the lockdown feature, and finally the access levels features, which is maybe it's useful for you, but maybe not. But I will show you again. Anyway, so first, the web client. The first thing you need to do is to create an operator and give the operator the right to log in via web browser. Okay, so it is very important not forget to mark this checkbox which says web client. The username must be a email address. So I will write mariano.bianchi@rosslersecurity.com, which is my email address. Auto logout, 0 meaning indefinitely, and if I put here 10 minutes, if there is no activity, there will be auto logout. The user, it is very important to map a user, and that is why I create a card holder before creating an operator for web client, you know. So I will choose the only user, the only card holder I have, which is mine also, and I will give myself also the rights to modify every single configuration or in the software. Events, network configuration, operator, users, account, visitors, reports, and lockdown. I give the modify rights, and the password, well, the password rules you have here, there must be kind of strong password, Rosslare 27, and I choose a password that comply with that rules, and that's it. Okay. Now, what I need to do is to test this client. So I go to my favorite browser. I use Firefox, but you can use Chrome, you can use Safari, you can use Brave, you can use any browser you want, because we are use HTML5 standard, so it is not depending on the browser you choose. And I will write AXTRAXPRO colon 3000. You see why AXTRAXPRO? Because the name of this PC is AXTRAXPRO, so the name resolution goes to the local host. And now I am going to enter my username, which is my email address, and the password. Okay, Rosslare. That's it. I choose a different password, and now it's login to the web client. As you can see here, as Manuel explained it before, you can see the doors. Remember the 6 doors that AC825 has. You can open the door from the web client, of course, for a limited time or for any time you want, any period of time you want, and the door you want. Okay. I don't know if you can hear the relay that it's closing and opening. Now I lock the door again. Okay. Users, let me show you how to add a new user to the system. We are going to use a different card, of course, and here you hit the new user button, ID holder or visitor. First name Rodolfo, and the access group, again master, and permissions here you can choose, you can write the card number. Okay, the card can be a physical card, can be a Bluetooth virtual card. You know, we have a application for iOS and for Android in order to use a Bluetooth reader compatible with this. Well, any kind of, this is optional for you to give a more organized way to follow up the different cards of the users. Anyway, I use a Wigan 26 bits. Facility code is, let me, 72. And the card code is 13568. 13568. And that's it. Great. Done. Now the user Rodolfo is created in the system. Okay. Here in events, you can see the real-time events. Now Rodolfo is entering today at the time, local time, and also Mariano, which was the first user I registered in the software via the Windows client. Okay. In reports, you have three kind of reports. Who's been today? Well, of course, I don't know, showing two results. It should show Rodolfo also, I don't know why. I will check. Okay, and then attendance. Attendance, you can create and export the attendance report to PDF, for instance, and let me see. Well, here I need to wait. I need to wait for a little more time. And now we have, of course, today is 23rd of August, the first days of the month. There is no activity, but today you can see there the 23rd at the time. Entry the asterisk is because, well, he's late to this date. Okay. Well, and what else to show you? Let me go back to the Windows client, and now we are going to show you the lockdown feature. You know, remember that this feature is a feature that must be licensed. By the way, let me show you the license. Help license, sorry. And here you can see the number of access points, 20. This license was given to me by factory. Number of door interlock groups, 256. Lockdown groups, number of web clients, local operator. By default, the lockdown is 0, so you must ask for a license, you know. Which is the method to activate the license? Well, in the server or in the PC that you install AXTRAXPRO, you will need to give us this hexadecimal number, which is the hardware ID that corresponds to this specific PC. With this hardware ID, we are going to create a license file according to the order you want, number of clients, number of access points, etc. And we are going to give you a very small file, leak file, which you will need to load here. You see, a .license file to load or activate the license. Okay, so we go to groups. Now we go to lockdown groups, and we hit here the new lockdown group. So we are going to choose which doors are going to be in this group, lockdown group. We choose every door, all doors, 6 doors. The lockdown default time can be 2 hours or any kind of time you want to lock the doors. Remember, lock the doors. No one will be able to enter or exit from an access point, from a reader, from a door, okay? Even if you have the access right. When the lockdown is activated, every door is locked, okay? For an unlimited time. So we need to add a release card, which is green, and a lockdown card. When you swipe this card for any of the readers, then all the readers will be locked, okay? So the lockdown card will be 95 facility code and the card ID 11271, okay? Then the release card will be 10, the facility code, and the card ID 118, okay? And that's it. But there is a missing lockdown settings for network 1, as you can see here. Which is the missing setting? You must configure an input in order for this lockdown group to work okay. And the input can be any input. Let me see here, settings, the input there. You see this undefined. This is the error, the thing I missed. So we need to choose, for instance, door 1 monitor, which is an input. That input will be used also to release the lockdown group. Okay, now we are ready to test this lockdown feature. So I swipe the card, lockdown manual code, succeed, and you can see now that this turns to red, meaning every door is locked. Okay, so if Mariano or Rodolfo, which was the 2 users we have, want to enter, if they want to enter, of course, the access is denied, as you can see here in the real-time event viewer. Okay, and it says not immune. Oh, I told you that no one will be able to enter except those users we are lockdown immune. Okay, if you want, you can give lockdown immunity, which is somewhere here, lockdown immunity. Okay, so if you mark this checkbox, this user will be able to enter even if the lockdown is activated. So how we deactivate the lockdown? With the card, with the release card we created, which is this. So lockdown operations succeed, lockdown group, and now this should turn, okay, to white, to blue again. So now it is, all doors are not open, but again controlled by the locks and the users that have the corresponding access right to that door will be again useful. Okay, so that is lockdown. And the last thing I wanted to show you is the access levels. Okay, access level is kind of weird, kind of tricky, difficult, maybe difficult to understand, but let me show you one thing here in the trainings. Just a moment, please. Technical presentation, AXTRAXPRO. Here, you will see a kind of access level here. Here you have. If you see this picture, you will see that each access level will include the doors in the previous access level. Okay, for instance, access level 1 is door 1, access level 2 is door 2. So if a user has access level 2, then he will be able to enter for access level 2 and access level 1. Okay, and the fourth is the strongest access level. It's hierarchy. Okay, so going back to our abstracts, let's configure some access levels. We have 2 readers, we have 2 doors, and we are going to have 2 access levels. Access level 1 will be reader 1. Okay, there you go. And access level 2 will be reader 2. Okay, so now we need to test this. Let's go to our users. Now our users have each of our 2 users has access group master. Let's change this and give Mariano just door 1 here, the access group, just reader 1 or door 1, which is the same because the panel is configured 1 reader per door, and that's it. And Rodolfo is going to have the access group just door 2. Okay, and then we are going to choose to test the access level, and then we are done. Access group just reader 2. Okay, and that's it. Let's test again. Let's test access groups. We have access group 1, which is reader 1 always, access group 2, which is reader 2 always. And now we're going back to users, and there you are. There you go. Okay, so we are going to test it again. Please keep an eye here. The access event viewer, you'll see Mariano, access granted, reader 1, reader 2, access denied, no access right. Okay, of course. And Rodolfo, vice versa. Reader 1, no access right. Reader 2, access granted. Okay, and now finally we are going to change the access level. Mariano will have the access level 1. Okay, and Rodolfo, we are going to change the access level to access level 2. So Rodolfo will have access to reader 2 and reader 1. Remember the hierarchy, you know, and this will kind of, how to say in English, bypass the restriction of the door 1. Okay, let's show you. You see, access granted, access level, Rodolfo, where? Reader 1. Reader 2, the same. Okay, in Mariano, well, he will not have a difference because he's in access level 1. But if I change it to access level 2, he will be able to enter to the other, right? To both doors. Of course, yes. And that's it. Okay, guys, people, I hope you have enjoyed this presentation. These are a few things we wanted to show you about the new software, the web client, the lockdown groups, and the access levels. We are going to add more and more features in the future. For instance, the mobile app and the multiple access groups, and more is coming. So again, thank you very much for your attention, for your interest in Rosslare security products. I don't know if Victor or Jaime or we have any questions from the audience. This is the time to answer them.
Thank you, Mariano. Thank you so much for the information. And let's check
Yes.
if we have any questions. At the moment, we don't have
Okay.
anything, but
Okay.
if any of the attendees can share us your comments or you have any questions, please, this is the moment for Mariano to answer, and also Manuel. So let's wait a couple of minutes and check if anyone may have a question.
Thank you, Victor.
We also want to remind you that this session will be recorded and sent to your email right after the webinar with the information of both engineers as well as the EPCOM team. So Javier Ruiz just he's congratulating you for the presentation.
Thank you, Javier. Thank you very much.
Let's wait also. Let's wait another minute.
Okay, no problem.
We'll be closing the session, and also we'll be sending the recording to your email. I think we will not have any other question, Mariano. We thank you for your time this morning. Thank you, Manuel, for your time. And well, keep watching all of our social media as well as our website for future session with Rosslare. Thank you again, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Victor. Thank you very much.
And if somebody have question about the quote, this new product, please don't hesitate in contact us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And have a great day.
Bye.